Hey everybody, we're just gonna rattle off these guides. I just finished the Spirit Stone Guard guide for normal. Once again, if you don't normally watch these guides, they assume that you know all the mechanics of the fight, at least how they function basically, and I sort of talk about tricks and ways to handle them more efficiently, so that you can learn the fight as quickly as possible without wasting time, because that is what I specialize in our guild is known for. So without further ado, let's switch over to the video playing and I will talk over it and point out some things. So here's Feng. Feng is on normal mode is a fixed order fight. It is always going to be, I guess it's Fist is the name of that one. Fist and then Spear and then Staff. There is no shield phase. As you can see right now, we basically tank him right on top of where he picks up Fist for the first one. This is in order to make sure that, well, it doesn't matter, just to preserve DPS, because you just move in a circle, you're not doing anything in particular by choosing the next one. And so for Epicenter, we have everybody run over here to where the range is grouped up. You can see that happening right now. We have cooldown rotations. We also have my lock portal set up, you can see there in the background, so that melee can get to us as quickly as possible. Sometimes he shoots his fist towards us on the first one because our tank was still trying to figure out how to get over there in time after the epicenter, such that it did not hit us. If your DPS are complaining about the hit debuff that goes up on during epicenter, you basically just need to know about it and how to handle it best for your class. It means making sure your dots are refreshed so that they will last for the entire duration and all those things right before it goes off. Your rotation might have to change a little bit. I know mine certainly do, but it depends a lot on your class. So unfortunately, we kind of got to wait here because there's not much else to talk about for the stone phase, for the fist phase rather. It's just keeping cooldowns up, grouping up together as far as you can sort of get from where he casts it, and yeah. So I guess I'll start talking about the flame phase next, since I'm probably not going to do this guide for the entire length of the video. So for the spear phase, we group up. You can sort of see the X there on the mark. That's where the raid stands. It's right on the boss's ass when he picks it up. Tank tanks it facing away, and the raid, whenever they get the debuff, they just run towards the middle to drop their flame and head back in. The way that you handle this phase best, obviously, is you have your tank with the bubble, drop the bubble when the guy does draw flame to stop the flames from charging him up every other time. That's the way the cooldown works. And then you use healer cooldowns for the other draw flames. And you want to make sure, if you can, that you have, it doesn't matter too much on normal mode, but you want to make sure that the last draw flame that happens is one that you stop with the shield, so that you don't go into the next phase with the stacks of that up and the mechanics from the new phase as well, because that really sucks and can do lots of murdering. I think that's all there is to that phase. This fight is pretty straightforward. And then comes the arcane phase. This really comes down to knowing your timers and what to do. So we make sure the raid is sort of spread out right where we are now. You can sort of see two marks that I've thrown down to make sure that nobody goes outside that. You need to be able to collapse extremely quickly for arcane velocity. I think that's the one, whatever. The channeled one where you want to get together, but you want to make sure that it's not happening right when a thing is about to go out. What the fuck is that thing called? Arcane Resonance. So if there are some, so it works out that the times when Arcane Velocity and Arcane Resonance line up are synced such that your tank with the bubble can always use his cooldown then, and so that's just how you handle that. So when that's going to happen, make sure you run in. When it doesn't, you just make sure the person with Arcane Resonance is not near anybody else and is doing it intelligently. That's really all there is to this fight. Again, I'm happy to answer questions. I just, we spent a lot of time on this fight on beta and stuff, so we know how to do it. It's just that we're at much lower hero levels, so it's a tighter enrage check. As I mentioned in the first video, I think, I'm heading out of town on Monday for a week, and so I probably won't get the last 3 guides done until the following week. I apologize. If you have questions about the fights, I can still have forum access and stuff while I'm over in Italy, but I just don't have time to make a guide. I got work I gotta get done. So I don't have time to do any more than that. Because the next 3 fights are significantly more complicated, I guess, than these first 3 as far as ways that I think it's best to handle it. And they're tighter to well, not the next one, but 5 and 6. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. I will get the last 3 out, and then I will start working on doing the heroic ones once we start killing those. So feel free to tune into streams when they're up, Tuesday and Wednesday from 8 until 12 Eastern Standard Time.